We want to point out to you here today something that you have not considered before, and that is, as you are finding relief, in other words, let's say you're feeling some despair and then you begin to feel some revenge, and you feel the relief that revenge gives you, because doesn't it feel better to feel revenge than to feel despair? Are you afraid to say yes? Well, because you have some control in your revenge. In despair you felt completely powerless, but in revenge you feel a little more control. We're not saying you want to get stuck in revenge. We'd rather you went into anger. Anger feels a lot better to you than revenge, and with each one of these there's a release of resistance, and so there's a feeling of relief. And frustration feels way better than revenge or anger. We want you to notice that when you move into the frustration range, that now you're pretty close to dissatisfaction and satisfaction, and that when you cross over into satisfaction, something really important has happened. You've left your last resistance behind. Now, you don't have a lot of momentum in satisfaction, but we want you to isolate in your own mind, identify the visceral feeling difference between relief, which is letting go of some resistance, and satisfaction, which is absent of resistance. And so when you discover that your real work is to tend to your vibrational frequency, that you've already done all the goal setting and all the planning and all the asking in your analytical step 1 phase, and step 2 was done for you because source lined up with everything you asked for. But by reaching for satisfaction, now you're doing step 3, which means now you're holding yourself in a vibrational frequency that will allow you to be vibrationally equivalent to what's in your vortex, so that what's in your vortex can flow into your mind in just the way you ask for it too. You really hear that, don't you? In other words, you set us up with the best string of questions so that we could deliver back, in response to your best string of questions, this best string of answers. So how do I go about it? You care about how you feel first and foremost, and you tend to how you feel by catching it as early as you can, and by not beating up on yourself when you feel negative emotion, because negative emotion and stronger and stronger and stronger negative emotion only means you started out a little dissatisfied, didn't catch it, and law of attraction got hold of it and turned a little dissatisfaction into greater and 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 greater dissatisfaction. And you have been you have been analytical enough in your life experience that you have whole reservoirs of unwanted from your analytics that are at your vibrational fingertips if you want to tap into them. Are you getting this? And you have all kinds of wonderful alignment thoughts that are at your vibrational fingertips that your lifetime has yielded for you. Ooh, this was a good conversation. So the answer, what do I do in order to best control the direction of my thought? Catch it early. First of all, did you follow all of this? Do you believe that you have a vibrational reality, and do you believe that your inner being is there tending to it? And do you believe that you must be in the vibrational vicinity of it to receive it? And do you believe that when you receive it, that it's a benefit to you, that that's where clarity comes from? That's where all of this orchestration of the energy that creates worlds works for you. That's where your true leverage and power is. Do you understand that law of attraction is yielding to you whatever you're offering vibrationally in any moment? And do you get it that you can feel what you're doing? And that if it feels really strong negative emotion, you're out of control, take a nap. That really is not the time to try to fix anything, and yet that's when most people try to fix the most. Gonna wrestle this to the ground and I'm gonna kill it. We say, no, you're not, because law of attraction is a bitch. In other words, it's just going to get bigger and 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 bigger. So when you catch it early, when you let that be your intention and then you watch what happens, life just gets better and better and better and better.